Hello guys, once again it's Matt and today we have another video. Thank you all the members, all the patrons, make sure to subscribe and let's get into it guys. Because we have some interesting information about maybe the crafting event, maybe a new aircraft, we don't know yet. So yeah, let's just basically just say it, right? This was found in the files. So interesting CDK information, addition, sorry. UHQ textures for the MatAWG F-100F. So this is from the dev data mine made by Ajude. I will leave it in the description. And it was even mentioned in my previous video today talking about the data mines of the updated dev, right? But it is an interesting thing, guys. So yeah, this is textures for an F-100F. So at first, what is the F-100F? Well, the F-100F is an F-100, a Super Sabre, very similar to the D variants and A variants that we have, but it is a two-seater version. So it is very much kind of the same aircraft, but with two seats, right? Normally used, especially by the ROCAF in this scenario, as a trainer, you know, but it was used also as other stuff, like a Wild Weasel, for example, in the US, or aka a SEED, you know, a suppression of enemy air defenses, so basically an anti-radiation missile carrier, and basically a hunter of AA systems, right, as well, and overall just a interceptor slash trainer, as I said, in a general sense anyway, right? It's an aircraft that should have around the same performance as the normal F-100s that we see, of course, having the idea of just being more heavy, right? And what does that mean, you know, the aircraft being there? I mean, it doesn't mean anything. It might be, I mean, we have many types of things that, you know, could be added to the CDK or the files of the game and never be added to the game. The 9M, for example, R73, they got added a long time ago to the files of the CDK, if I'm not mistaken, and it took a while for them to be added. They're being added right now. So the F-100 being there as a texture or something, it doesn't mean that it's coming this patch, but it is an incredible timing, right? Like, if you don't know, I already did some videos covering that, the crafting event is very near, like next week near, you know, and probably, right, or around very late September, early October. And the crafting event, normally we have a different, you know, version of an aircraft that is already in the game. Sometimes a completely new aircraft, but lately they are adding a lot of the same aircraft but in a different, you know, in a different version. So we had, for example, the Jaguar E, for example, or something like that, right? So it would make sense to have something like the F-100F. You know, would it be a competitive aircraft? I mean, I don't think so. The main thing about the main difference about it would be that it lacks the 4 cannons. You know, it has 2 cannons only. So it has only 2 20mm instead of 4. And by the way, look at this missile almost hitting me. But yeah, apart from that, it should be just a heavier, bulkier F-100. So I gotta be honest, a lot of people are even commenting on this. If the F-100 is the crafting event vehicle, it will be a very boring crafting event. Because, come on, a crafting event, yes, it is interesting to see different versions of these aircraft. The F-100F would be very cool to see. But for like, I don't know, 10 matches max, and then you would be able to just, you know, leave it there in the hangar and probably never touch it again. Just like most people do with the A7D or even the Jaguar E. Think about it. When was the last time you saw a Jaguar E flying around, or a A7K? Sorry, not the D variant. I said the D variant. I mean the K, the B-placed version, right? When was the last time you saw something like that flying around? You never see it, right? So it means that people, even if people have it, and people do have it, normally just after the patch you see a lot of those aircraft flying around. You know, in a while they get boring and nobody ever plays with them ever again, right? So it if it is the case of these aircraft being actually the main prize of the aviation, which is 100% a speculation, a rumor, you know, there's no confirmation on it, it would probably be a very boring crafting event. You know, it can be an aircraft that will be added to the patch as well. I mean, it is in the dev files, so and even, as I said, even if it is in the dev files, doesn't mean anything. I mean, we had the Pucara in the files of a patch for, I don't know, 1.5 years or even more than that. It was probably the first patch of last year that thing appeared in the files, and it just disappeared into oblivion and never saw the daylight again. So it definitely, it isn't confirmation that this aircraft is coming, right? But you know, if it is there, I mean, there is a chance of being added again, right? So I don't know, it feels weird. And let me know in the comments what you think about this. I mean, do you like the idea of the F-100F being added as a crafting event? Do you think it will be added as a crafting event? Or do you think it is an aircraft that will be added as a normal vehicle? Maybe they will add for the next, I don't know, the next battle pass or something like that. It would be the first that they add an aircraft in such a high BR for a battle pass. But maybe, you know, maybe it's something like that. And even for the normal, it's very odd that it's for the Chinese tech tree. I mean, the Rokaf, right? What does that mean, right? I mean, it's not like if they, like, that they need an aircraft such as an F-100. So it would be purely based off of Gaijin wanting to add this aircraft or not. But of course, this is just 100% speculation. We don't even know if the aircraft is coming in general. But it's an odd choice, you must admit, right? So I don't know. I think it's fun. You know, it's like the LIM when it was added, the MiG-17s in general. They're aircraft that nobody plays with them too much, but it was an aircraft that I wanted for a very long time. The F-100F is kind of like that. It's an aircraft that I probably will not play with it too much, but if it's added, I'm going to get it. And it's an aircraft that I wanted for a very long time. And I know a lot of people that like that version of the F-100, especially if he does see it. But I don't think that's the case because the Chinese actually used as a normal trainer, if I'm not mistaken. So, or reconnaissance aircraft, something like that. So it's weird. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments what you think about the F-100F being an option for a crafting event or something like that, or being in the file in any way. Is it weird or not? Leave it in the comments. Click the like button, and I see you guys on the next one. So bye guys, see ya, subscribe.